So here's a question. Anybody else ever get in discussions about vaccines and you've read the studies and found that they're actually unscientific and there's a lot of confirmation bias and definitely evidence of cover-ups, especially when you take whistleblowers into consideration. You can watch old Stanley, what's his name's interviews where Stanley Plotkin, talks about the fetal tissue actually being inside them. The guy's the inventor of most of the vaccines. He is the guy that basically created MMR. And he says, yes, in fact, there is fetal tissue used in the development process in the vaccines, which are then distributed. So all the things that people are calling propaganda about the nasty bullshit that goes into those needles that they inject into people's kids and some adults is true. So, and in court deposition, under oath, it's true. So when you get into these discussions, anybody else ever have people ask you, like, right off the bat, like, do you even have kids? Like, how can, it's like, number one, motherfucker, vaccines can affect adults too, and adults can make the decisions as to whether or not to be vaccinated. Number two, if you have kids, chances are I gotta protect my babies impulse, the parenting instinct, can override logic with emotions because kids give you emotions. So actually, people who have kids are probably, from a pure logic standpoint, far less capable of making an informed decision regarding their kid's health than somebody who does not have kids. Now, I have stepkids. This is, I still have, heartstrings and stuff. But the fact is that the reason that I personally chose not to reproduce, and it was a choice, the reason I chose not to reproduce at all in this life has partly to do with that. That way I don't ever have to worry about, did I gamble on my own kid's well-being for some supposed idea of safety that the more you look at the science, the actual studies, the actual results of things, the number of outbreaks among vaccinated populations, that it's obviously bullshit. So then they try and get you into that appeal to emotion, that whole put your feels over your facts. Because kids, we got to save the kids. Think of the kids. Isn't that the shit that the Nazis used to take over by convincing everyone they were bad people if they didn't go along with it? Just saying.